All right, we've got some exciting stuff. Big Mike is going to yell at me again. He went for round 2. Should we watch some Big Michael
Why
stuff?
not? People love Big Mike.
Now that you know what I think about mental illness, I'll show you a guy who's been victimizing himself the last week. He's getting bullied to death. You know, Big Mike is great. He brought us up. Check out the last episode of Red Bar. Scars Club episode.
Or the clip.
Oh, yeah, I made a clip. Right?
Yep.
I made a clip. It's up there on youtube.com/redbarradio.
You got the little burpees.
I got hicks.
You need to be burped.
I've got the Bill hiccups. You think that's bad? I go through 3 lighters a day. So, Big Mike, I hope you saw this clip. He finally mentioned us without saying our name, but he mentioned us. Remember, he's posting barf emojis. He's doing this. He's doing that. Well, he's still on this shit. Couple exciting things about Big Mike that we came to think of. You know, he worked his whole life, right, on his big heroin book, The Fifth Vital. Now the book's out, and he did his whole month-long promo for it. That's it. I never realized how awesome this was. Yeah, his book was a huge smash. He did interviews. Everyone loved it. But guess what? Ain't no one want to talk about heroin no more. No one wants to see you cry anymore. No one wants to hear drug sob stories anymore. They've heard them all. Now when he mentions his book, even Logan's like, I've had enough of the fucking book. Yes. Everyone is sick of the book, and now Mike's got nothing to talk about anymore. This was his whole thing. He blew his load, folks. Now he's out of stories. You can't keep telling the time that you got a gun pulled on you because people are going to go, okay, enough. Here he is again with his heroin stories. Heroin stories aren't fun. The drug stuff isn't fun. You don't want to revisit that time and time again. We just watched him cry. It was an emotional stressor on all of us. He blew his load, folks. He's done. Isn't that exciting news? Talk about feel-good news, some good news. We bring you Impulsive. He brings us up again by accident this time. And Logan Paul has to say, Mike, stop, bro. We talked about this. You guys ready? Let me hear you! Make some fucking noise! Impulsion with Big Michael. Here he comes. On my screen, he is a caveman.
Events. Small minds discuss people. And this episode's purely about people.
So, listen to this. They decide they forgot, you know, they've had so many episodes where they go, talking about other people is the smallest, lowest thing you could do. But then this Keemstar Ethan Klein beef happens, which is giant YouTuber news. By the way, Logan hates Keemstar and Ethan because he's been attacked by both of them. So they have no choice but to do what? Talk about other people.
Wow. No
negatively.
content.
So now they've got to do a show. They're forced to do a show because everyone demands it. But they just got done saying last week how low this was. Check this out.
It's great minds discuss ideas. Average minds discuss events. Small minds discuss people. And this episode's purely about people. So like when we do these episodes where we just talk about people, I wonder, am I a small-minded man?
Yes. So you see what he's got to do now to make it? He's got to like own it at the top. Otherwise we'll go, told you so, na boo-boo, hypocrite. But let's get to the good stuff. 7:45, a message to the haters from Big Mike.
Yes. So what happens at this part is they were talking about the Keemstar and Ethan thing, and then they start going, we don't care about this. Why are we even talking about
This was nuts. So Big Mike apparently, this is true, wrote a 3-page outline of points he wanted to hit about bullying. So they're taping Impulsive. Remember, this is not live. And he's pretending this is for Keemstar, but it's really all for me. And he's using Keemstar being a bully as a way to say what he feels about me. And you'll see, even Logan says so. So he wrote a 3-page manifesto, as he calls it, about why being mean to people on the internet is bad. All of a sudden, that's bad. And they start reading it on the show. And then there's a camera cut, and they come back. I think we're going to see what happens, right?
Yeah, I kind of skipped past the part where they were talking about the Keemstar stuff.
Yes.
So this is the end of that.
So let's watch. You're going to love this.
What I will say is this. Here are my only thoughts on it. because I'm hoping that the people want to hear this know what I'm talking about. Ethan, I gotta say, good job. It was a very well put together, well structured H3H3 video. It was well edited, blah blah, so on and so forth. That might be it.
That's it, bro.
I honestly don't care. The only other thing I'll say is this.
We'll explain in a second.
Stop being mean.
Yeah, stop
Just
it.
stop being.
Yeah,
That's
come on.
it. Listen.
Okay, so this is after they decided to not read it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because the
so
first part
they
was
were going to
boring.
read it. Mike started reading it. There was a camera cut, which you didn't see. We played it before this. And now Big Mike realizes this is so gay to read. I was so mad when I came up with this.
Did you want to go back to see that full
No,
thing?
that's okay.
Yeah, it was kind of
because watch what happens. He starts. So this is what happened here. Wait, we should show them.
Okay,
we should
okay,
show.
okay.
Give me the time code. Give me because I think this is important. Very important, actually. Here we go. I found it.
Okay.
So here's Mike, and he's going to read. Remember, they started this episode very serious about hating bullies, and Mike starts reading his manifesto.
We wouldn't cover this kind of shit.
Facts.
Normally, we wouldn't
Facts.
cover this.
You're going to love this. Trust me.
This one is big. This one is popping off.
Give him a little context, Mike.
All right, I will.
Me either. You started talking.
So here's the cut. Look. Mike is sitting there, and he's about to get in. He's about to start reading from his laptop this 3-page thing he wrote. Watch what happens.
I will.
And then it cuts. He's gone. And it starts going, I don't even want to talk about it. Watch this.
Me either. You started talking, and I was like, I don't give a fuck about
The
it.
second I started talking about it, I knew.
Yo, then sit down.
Yeah,
and
we should use
Okay.
this.
Now, you might go, okay, Big Mike came to his senses. No. I'm going to show you what really happened. Big Mike started reading his 3-page manifesto. And while he was on page 2, 20 minutes into his long-winded, whiny victim rant about bullies, he noticed Logan, Mac, and the producers were all like this. They weren't feeling it. They were embarrassed for him. So Big Mike is now pretending, oh yeah, this is beneath us. No. You stopped because they all picked up on how shitty and gay this was. He even admits to it. Listen to this. This one, you might have even missed this, Jules. Listen.
No, sit down. Fuck it. We're not gonna talk about it. Here's what just happened.
Here we go.
We started to dive into this H3H3 versus Keemstar beef, which if you're in this like super specific subset of YouTube audience, you know who these people are. Otherwise,
You probably don't.
there's a good chance you don't.
You're gonna
And
love
there's
this.
a good chance you don't care. And you know what? I'm with you. I decided I don't give it. Gosh damn.
Oof.
Nice.
I prepared a
Listen.
3-page manifesto on this situation. And what you guys aren't seeing is just a few minutes ago, I got through about 80% of page 1, and I looked to the right of me, and my colleagues were dying. They were dying. Everyone in the room was looking at me, and they were like, when will this end?
That's why he gave up on it. Not because he doesn't feel that way. He looked around the room and they were all like, "Eesh, Mike, stop it." So they cut, and now Mike's pretending, yeah, I'm above this. You're not above it. And he's going to slip back into his manifesto, and it's
Twice.
directed right at me. So let's see that again.
They were dying. Everyone in the room was looking at me, and they were like, when will this end? And I wrote this, and I was so sure that this was the day where we finally hit this topic.
Yeah.
And it made me feel so lifeless on the inside.
But if they were all on board, you would have been fine. But they don't want to. Look at his face. Look at that, man. We might have some competition for my buddy Piranha. Who would win? Who would win in a oceanic death match?
Imagine they're both their mouths biting
Yes.
at each other with their teeth out, scraping.
If we ever make $1 million, I'm getting one of those giant fish tanks, and it's going to have him and Piranha in it, and they're naked, and they have to fight. Piranha is Ally Alexander from the right wing. Look at that, man. All right, let's watch a little more, and then you'll see Big Mike talking directly to us once more.
I don't give a fuck But
I'm so happy about
so
it.
sorry.
I'm
I
so
can't.
happy
I
about
can't
it.
lie. What I will say is this. Here are my only thoughts on it, because I'm hoping that the people want to hear this, know what I'm talking about. Ethan, I gotta say, good job. It was a very well put together, well structured H3 video. It was well edited, blah blah, so on and so forth. That might be it.
Nope.
I honestly
Don't be
care.
fooled by their laughs.
The
It's coming.
only other thing I'll say is this.
Too nice.
Stop being mean.
Yeah, stop
Just
it.
stop being.
Yeah,
That's
come on.
it. Listen.
Okay. Stop being mean. Just stop being mean. Now, Big Mike and Logan have been plenty mean. Guess when they wanted everyone to stop? Guess when they started becoming kind? When people were being too mean to them. Oh, you've seen this before on Red Bar once or twice. Seen this before on Red Bar once or twice. Seen this with a guy named Patrick Melton. We had a fool named Patrick Melton. He was the meanest kid in school. I mean, if you think I'm mean to listeners, Patrick Melton was like, "Can I have some more coffee, please?"
Of course, sweetie.
Thank you. Patrick Melton was so fucking mean to his fans. Like, he would treat every one of them like shit out of insecurity. Like, every time. If you went to a party with Patrick Melton, you'd be like, "Hey, man, how are you?" He'd be like, "How am I? Shut the fuck up, faggot." And everyone would be like, "Eesh, what a dick." When we started pummeling Patrick Melton and destroying his life by being mean to him, he turned nice. Oh, yes. We all watched it. And for months, he tried to pretend, "I don't cover people like they do. I do my show. I try to have fun." And they all kind of fall into this thing where, because they've been bullied so much, if they turn nice, who could bully them? They're nice people. There's no reason to be bullied anymore, right? So a lot of people, and I've bullied a million fucking guys, they do this all the time. They get bullied so hard that they go, "I need to, quote unquote, turn to God." This is the same reason people like Kanye find God. This is the same reason why inmates find God all the time. They're so guilty. They're so bad. They want that stink off them. They hate it. So if you find God, you're nice. No one can hate you now if you found God. You're sweet. You're a giving person. Big Mike now, his new thing is, "I hate bullying. All meanness on the internet is just so low." No, it's not low. It's just happening to you. And you're trying to manipulate us with your salesman skills to think bullying. Do you see this workaround? Instead of saying, "I wish I wasn't getting bullied by Mike David, it hurts," he's saying bullying is just so stupid. Everybody listening, we must hate bullies now. And anyone who's mean sucks. You'll see all your entertainers doing this. They're the reason we've switched over to kindness. It's not kindness. They're terrified of being, they're harassed daily in the comment section, all these influencers. Even if you're a nice guy, you're harassed daily. So you try to pretend you're kind and giving, and now
Most
it's
people
on the
probably
troll.
don't even realize that they're doing this.
I know, they don't even know they're doing this. It's the biggest scam in the book. I need to say something, and you need to vocalize this too. When people talk about this, go, "That's the oldest one in the book. You're being bullied right now, and it doesn't feel good." You got to clean up your act if you don't want to be bullied. You can't tell the bullies they can't do it. We're totally backwards. I might get some psychologists together, the right ones, and bring this to Congress and say, "Congress, you got to hear me out. We're all backwards here. We need to teach people how to take it on the chin and move along. We need to let people roll off their shoulder." Instead, what they're doing is completely backwards. They're trying to tell everyone not to speak their opinion. Get this right. Their feelings of being bullied and what's mean is that's subjective to them. I'm calling out Big Mike for things that I think are bad. He wants to call that bullying. Just don't do the bad stuff. They want it so that they could do the bad stuff and no one could say boo. They want to be able to do any boneheaded thing they want to 2 million people and no one can say anything, or we're mean, we're bullies, we're losers, we live in our parents' basement, we have 2 followers, we're the worst. I almost want to sue based on that. It is the most backwards, manipulative, little sneaky thing the world's ever tried to pull. And you're hearing it from everybody because it's happening to these people. It needs to be reversed. I'm going to go to Congress and say, Congress, I'm telling you, we're being manipulated, and the message needs to be to kids. It doesn't matter if you're made fun of. Who cares? If it's not true, don't let it bother you.
Negative
If it
people
is
need
true,
a
you got to
home,
change
too.
it. If it is true, they're allowed to bully you about it, and you got to change it if it is true. Or say, hey, it's true, and I don't give a fuck. But you can't be the I don't give a fuck guy like Jay-Z, and then tell, stop being mean. Stop it. When did it become okay to, as a man, to say, stop being mean? Think about this. I won't allow this to happen. I'm going to be meaner and crazier to you people.
I
now.
mean, where are all the mean people supposed to go if everybody is just being
It can't
positive?
be.
We
It
should
can't
just
be.
die.
And again,
We need a
that's why
place
they have
too.
no basis for this except that it's happening to them and they want it to stop, and this is their plan. Because you can't say, please stop making fun of me because you look like a bitch. But what you can do is manipulate everybody into thinking, dude, it's not that I even get mad. It's just so lame and a waste of your time. No, no, no. You're just scared. Watch this.
Only other thing I'll say is this.
You're going to love it.
Stop being mean.
Yeah, stop
Just
it.
stop being.
Yeah,
That's
come on.
it. Listen.
This gets
Souls live
worse.
under the bridge.
Under the bridge. I will say this, Keemstar. I wrote this. You claim to do good deeds. You claim to be a good person.
Again, everybody
More than
thinks-
anything, you
this
claim.
is the thing too, like, and this is where Keemstar and Ethan screw up. They want to be badass guys who are flaming each other, but they also want to be perceived as good people. This is the fool's mistake. This is where I'm changing things. I'm not trying to be a good person. I'm not a good guy. I mean, you know,
I think you're a good guy.
Of course. But everyone in the world is so scared of being an asshole. They are. So this is what's tripping everybody up. Every comedian, every person in front of a camera wants to come off as like a level-headed, good guy. I don't want that in my entertainment. I don't care if you're a fucking good guy. I don't care if you help people. I don't care. And this is where they trip up because they all want to be a serious good guy. Even Louis J. Gomez, it's like everyone wants to like be saying the level-headed thing like, hey, listen, you know, I don't want to blame anybody for this, but I understand. Shut the fuck up. Whatever happened to just having a psycho fucking opinion? I don't care if people think I'm good or a dick or an asshole. I'm never going to do a kind thing for nobody. What are you going to do about it? Exactly, except for Sheridan, who's getting pranked. But everybody is worried about looking like a good guy. No one wants to look like an asshole, but then they want to be like edgy and cool. You can't be both. Like you can't be like worried about what people think about you and be edgy cool. Okay? People will know whether you're good or bad. You don't need to tell them, and you don't need to do things publicly to show them. People will figure it out, and if they don't figure it out, let it go. Let yourself flow. Slow and low. That is the tempo. I love the Beastie Boys now.
Same.
Yeah, Mike. How does it go? Yeah, you'll hear it
But
later.
also, Keemstar has been way more mean to Big
Yes.
Mike and Logan. And
Well,
so he's telling
okay.
them, don't be mean. But H3 was being mean to Keemstar, and
Yeah,
they just said they
mean.
loved his video.
They're all mean, but then what they want to do, and this is why I hate this Keemstar versus H3 battle, they're all using internet's fags to win the war. So, for instance, H3 is going, oh yeah? How could we like Keemstar? He makes fun of mental illness. Look! And it's like, Ethan, you don't care about that.
No.
But you're using the internet's wokest faggots to win your battle against Keemstar, but now you have to pretend you hate anyone that makes fun of mental illness, and Keemstar's doing the same thing back. You know, if I ever got in a public beef, I would be like, nigger! You're like, fuck you! I'm not going to be like, listen, guys, I don't want to, I didn't. And Keemstar is even going, I hate the things that I said in the past, and I regret. Fuck you! You hate and regret that you said mental ill people are weak? No, you don't. You're just scared of all these people who are mad at you about it now. Tell them to fuck up, nigga. That's what I would do. Wait till you see. I've got a whole list of things once I start getting popped for shit. Wait till you see how I react. Like those Australian kids who threw that house party, talking to the news. I'm going to be like,
oh my God, remember that
yeah.
guy?
All right, let's go back to Big Mike here.
Do good deeds. You claim to be a good person. More than anything, you claim to be the core personality of the Drama Alert platform you have so diligently built for so many years. Start acting like it. Stop spreading hate. Stop being
shut up. I get told in my comments all the time, stop spreading hate. What are you doing?
I know, did Keemstar hire you as a consultant?
Yeah,
Why are you saying this?
Because he's talking to me. Big Mike's talking to me. But I get this comment every third comment on my YouTube. Why are you're spreading negativity? Yeah, that's what I like. So I'm offended now because you're telling me I can't like what I like. I can't like hating you. I can't like negativity. And by the way, it's not negative to me. What you think is negative, I think of as positive.
What you think is positive is negative to us.
Yes. So when I'm making fun of you, I feel like a positive thing is happening. You know that when you feel like something's positive, by the way, you all think the same thing. All of you motherfuckers talk shit the same way I do when you're just around your friends. You've admitted this many times. Oh my God, the conversations we have, if people found out, we'd be fucked. Okay, so you say the same thing as me. You're just afraid to say it publicly. Publicly, you're going to pretend you're a goody two-shoes and that I'm an evil villain. No. You're the evil villain. I'm the positive one. You have this all backwards. I'm not going to let people tell me that what I'm doing is bad anymore. What you're doing is bad. What I'm doing is heroic and great.
Start acting like it. Stop spreading hate. Stop being biased. Stop making shit up and trolling people for views. Stop discounting mental illness.
This is where it gets dangerous.
Why?
If you're early 20s.
So he pulls this up. Logan goes, this is where it gets dangerous. He's 38, which is 6 years older than me. But still, it's like,
also, isn't that how old Big Mike is?
Yeah, and now you're going to age shame and pretend like you can't be mean to people if you're 38. No. The older you get, the more right you have to be mean to people. You have more references and experience under... Haven't you ever seen an old man? He's meaner than shit if he's cool. So don't be like, if you're 20, you have a right to be mean. If you're 30, you're just fucking pulling excuses out of your ass, you pussies.
20s, maybe you can be doing the shit he's doing.
Right.
But when you're about to be 40 years old and you're bullying 12-year-olds on the internet, and in some cases,
and here's where I wonder. I'm going to stop here and ask this to my good friend Nerd City, or as I like to call him, Nerd Annual. I don't know the guy's name.
Wow.
Nerd City. Sorry. Well, he should have introduced himself. Nerd City, I ask you this because Nerd City is good friends with Keemstar. Remember? Keemstar has seen a lot of my videos on Big Mike. He quite likes them. In fact, after Keemstar started watching a little bit of Red Bar, we noticed Keemstar get meaner to people.
I thought so too.
I think he was inspired by me to be a little bit meaner, just like Gavin was when he first met me. And we had our first kiss. But my point was, this is what I'm asking here, because I'm hearing everyone say they hate Keemstar. What I'm hearing is, holy shit, if you hate Keemstar, then you're going to want me in fucking a grave. Because I am like 5 gajillion times meaner than Keemstar. But then maybe I have it wrong, and this is what I ask. Maybe Keemstar does go after people that doesn't deserve it. Maybe he is vindictive and sneaky and behind the scenes. So maybe that's what they hate about him? Or is it that he's just negative? Or is it that he's going after like kids and people who don't deserve it?
Logan
I don't know.
Has more behind the scenes reasons to hate him that we don't know about, but still everybody on social media that hates him right now is just hating him for what he puts out there.
And I'll tell you why so many people hate him. I'll tell you why they hate him. He goes after the wrong targets. Every target Keemstar has, he goes after YouTubers. And usually really gay YouTubers who have giant audiences filled with gays. And by gays, I just mean the internet's dopiest, wimpiest losers. So he's always talking shit about these YouTubers who have audiences filled with like Travis Zells. So he's got 50 million YouTuber audience kids who are all gay as shit mad at him. It's because he's messing with the wrong people. You know what I mean? If I like every show, I went into like black forums of like lesbian black women. I'm like, here's my new show, you fucking lesbos. I'd be fucked too. They'd be very mad. So yeah, when you mess with the wrong people, you're gonna get a lot of new enemies. He's messing with kids and children and lollygaggers and marizas and all these fucking kids who play like Animal Farm games. So yeah, that's why it seems like there's a lot of people who hate him. But
that's a good point.
So I'm trying to figure out, like, is he actually did he actually do anything wrong, or do you just hate him because you're like big pussies?
When you're about to be 40 years old and you're bullying 12-year-olds on the internet, and in some cases like older people, to do serious unreversible things, like you become what I call a fucking scumbag.
Surely middle-aged dogs can learn new tricks.
Right? Okay, so and I said this. Do I hate Keemstar? Nope. I don't even dislike him. I don't want him canceled.
Yeah, why would you? He's never talked about you once. But he's here's the funny thing. Keemstar is to Logan like I am to Big Mike. Now, Keemstar's never gone after Big Mike, but he's tormented Logan for like 15 years and reported some really nasty things about Logan and his family for years that actually led to a lot of misfortune for Logan. Remember, Keemstar's talking to like 3 million people and be like, Logan Paul is a scammer and we have proof. And then Logan gets all this shit because it's actually big. Again, when you're talking to 1 million people, it doesn't matter if it's gay. It's a big deal. So, but he's never bothered Mike. So, of course, Mike doesn't hate him. But, Mike, you certainly hate me. You wish I was fucking dead. And that's going to come out. So, isn't this something? Let's see what Mike does.
Scumbag.
Surely middle-aged dogs can learn new tricks.
Right? Okay, so and I said this. Do I hate Keemstar? Nope. No. I don't even dislike him. Sure. I don't want him canceled. Who would I be to say someone shouldn't have a chance to make things right? Most of all.
See, and why does he have to make it right? Why can't he go, this is my personality. This is who I am. Don't watch it if you don't like this stuff. We like it. So they tell you have to change. Is there anything more offensive than telling a human being they have to change based on your opinion?
Well, Keemstar should stop going, I'm sorry for what
exactly.
I did.
Well, Keemstar don't know what he's doing. He needs to take a course from me. You know, all these people could use a little red bar course. But Big Mike, how insulting is that when people tell you, and I get this in my YouTube comments, dude, you'd get so much more clicks if you just spread positivity. Don't tell me who to be. You want me to change my old, the whole world is like, be yourself, man. Never be someone you're not. And then at the same time, if you're not like them, they tell you to change into them. Yep. My whole life, bro, have been people telling me, don't be you, be me. And I've always said, what the fuck? You told me to be myself. I'm being myself. Oh, but that's not what we like. So in high school, when I was in 8th grade, all my friends were into punk rock. We got into high school, then the older kids made it look uncool. So everyone turned like overnight into thugs where they wore like Nautica clothes and they were cool like P. Diddy guys. And I didn't. I kept wearing the punk rock clothes, and my best friends would come up to me who wouldn't hang out with me anymore. And they would go, dude, if you just change, and they literally said this, I'll never forget it. Dude, if you just change, everyone would like you.
Aww.
And I go, excuse me? And he goes, dude, if you like wore nicer clothes and like stopped with this punk shit.
Classic high school tale.
They'd like you. And I was appalled. And I fucking despise that shit ever since. And that's what people want from you. They want you to be like them. And if you're not like them, then you're bad and you need to change. At the same time, they tell you, be yourself. Be yourself.
And they're ruining the be yourself rule. Like, we always say we like anyone as long as they're being themselves. We like anyone from the most annoying lesbian to Nick DiPaolo, whatever is the end of the spectrum, if they're just being themselves.
Yes, exactly. If you're being yourself, I'll like you, even if you're a goofy.
But these guys, be yourself means just do what I like.
Be what everyone expects from you. It's not be yourself. Everybody is a conformist who's afraid of the world turning on them. So every motherfucker who's an influencer gets slowly bullied into just doing what the majority of the crowd wants you to be. It's disgusting! And no one will even say this. I'm the only person on the internet who's even said this in the last 10 years. You would think that I'd be like stealing this from a million guys. Remember when there used to be like cool guys who said shit like that? You don't even hear this message anywhere anymore. Just me.
I'm not one to spend hours on problems. I'm one to spend hours on solutions.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. All right.
Learn, unless you want your legacy to be someone who would do anything for views or someone who hurts people for his own benefit, make a change. Put yourself in other people's shoes, learn about empathy, learn about compassion, learn about...
That's what they'll tell me too in the comments. You're never going to be huge if you keep going on like this. You're never going to do this. You're never going to be successful, they tell you. How cruel is that for another man to sit there and say, you'll never be successful unless you do this, this, and this? That's fucked up. That's like the most anti-human shit you could say, and they don't even realize that that's bad. They don't realize how destructive that message is to
Mike,
people.
If you don't change, how will you get that bag?
I have a bag, by the way. That's what they don't understand. And I did it my way.
Learn, unless you want your legacy to be someone who would do anything for views or someone who hurts people for his own benefit, make a change. Put yourself in other people's shoes, learn about empathy, learn about compassion, learn about fucking mental illness. Stop dividing the community that others are trying so hard to bring together. And
It's a community of mental ill people. How about you take your community to a mental asylum then? I don't want a community of mental ill people out there. Do you understand how bad that sounds? Mental! I really.
You
and
should
you're
let him
mentally
do
ill?
his whole speech because it's insane.
Okay, let's listen
go
to the
back,
speech.
10 seconds.
This is a speech, bro.
All right.
Learn, unless you want your legacy to be someone who would do anything for views or someone who hurts people for his own benefit, make a change. Put yourself in other people's shoes, learn about empathy, learn about compassion, learn about fucking mental illness. Stop dividing the community that others are trying so hard to bring together. And the final note on it is, talking shit gets you nowhere. You might be able to rack up some videos and a couple likes, maybe even a couple dollars. But if you spend your life tearing people down, you will die having made the world worse off than you found it.
Wow.
Is that what you want your legacy to be?
Wow. And this is all because you're getting picked on. You know, they want to twist it around like you're picking on some innocent kid. You've admitted you were a criminal, a heroin addict, a user. You beat people up. You were involved with guns. You robbed your best friends. I can't make fun of you. I'm not picking on an innocent 9-year-old girl. I'm making fun of Hey Big Stupid. It's not quite the same as leaving the world worse than it was. No, your feelings are hurt, big baby. What
got
gang
tons
were
of
you in?
people addicted to heroin.
You got
bang a
millions of
heroin
people addicted to
dealer.
heroin. People died on your account.
You literally are going to leave the world
You've
worse.
left the world. I got no bodies on my hands. This is so screwed up. I want to sue him.
But
almost.
just because he decided that he's positivity and we're negativity, then he automatically gets to be right.
Yes, and this is people go, dude, and read his comments. What Big Mike said was so inspiring. It wasn't. You were scammed. He's a salesman through and through. You idiot.
Off than you found it. Is that what you want your legacy to be? That's it. That's what I got.
It might with that person specifically. I've seen tweets that he's put out that's like, well, I feel like I put out enough negative energy today. I'm gonna go
talking about
play a video
Keem.
game. And it's almost like
That's wild.
It's almost like it's his fucking
Look at that.
intent.
That's wild.
Ooh, there's some more horrible.
It's
This guy,
called
I
a
hate him
joke.
now.
So everyone is so full of shit. Keemstar at least goes, I've put out enough negativity for today. See you boys later. It's an innocent joke. And he goes, that's just terrible. Why can't you be fake positive and full of shit like me?
Play a video game. And it's almost like it's
wild.
it's almost like
That's
it's his
wild.
fucking intent. It's crazy. Just so you guys know, I have this dude blocked on every social media, and I've for the past year and a half, 2 years, just worked so hard on keeping his name out of my mouth. And it's honestly been great. It's been great for me.
got a lighter?
It's been great for my family. We all just ignite. It's like a little chihuahua. biting at your sock. Like, get the fuck out.
No.
Well, the reason why we're talking about
If you had
it,
to block somebody on all accounts, they're really doing some damage to your weak state of mind. If it's so stupid and so retarded and it doesn't do anything, then, I mean, these guys contradict themselves with every other sentence that flies out of their mouth. Should I keep it playing from here? Is he going to say something stupid?
You could if you want a long version, or you could skip if you want a short version. It's up to you. You can play from here. It's
Addicted.
fine.
He's back on drugs.
Can you believe how self-righteous Mike has gotten since this book came out? Like, he's ratcheted up his ego like 250 points in the last week.
Oh, yeah.
It's like getting insane. He might be coming to a gigantic crash soon.
He's
like,
bad to the bone.
If you listen to that True Geordie podcast,
Oh,
with him
I
on,
can't.
he's like
Don't even remind
a
me.
Preacher.
It's turning past the point of fun into
like-
frustrating. And I don't want to go there. So let's keep it funny. Let's go to 1225. And this is where it gets very interesting and very red baric. Logan now brings up KSI, the black gentleman that he fought with in the boxing match. And these guys have beef with each other, and that was totally fine because they're boxers. I'm not allowed to start beef with anyone, but Logan and KSI can beef all they want because, hey, they know who they are on the inside. It's okay. Every other person, too, they'll do the same stuff as I do, but they'll go, but I know who I am on the inside, so that's why. Oh, yeah? Like, I don't know what I fucking am on knowing that. So they're bringing up KSI and Big Mike. This is the big reveal. Big Mike starts trying to talk about KSI, but then slips into talking about me, and Logan has to stop him. Would you like to see the best part? Here we go!
I've said this before. When he won the fight and I shook his hand, I said, "Are we cool?" And I shook his hand. That meant something to me. And I tried to stick by that. And then I see him chirping on social media 2 to 5 days after I passed him in subscribers. And I had this feeling that upset him, and that's where the bitterness was coming from. So on our last podcast, I said, I've kept his name out of my mouth for a year and a half. And then all of a sudden he started chirping. So I mentioned that he was falling.
But do you see, even this is an example of seriously arguing the points. And no one is going to win. When you start with a shitstorm, you're trying to like roast each other at first. And then when things get too serious, then it's like, I did this and I did this perfect. And then it's like a battle of facts between two guys. That is the gayest thing you could do. If you're in a war with someone, keep making fun of them until you win the war. Don't start getting caught up in the facts and I am a good man and I did this all the right way and he did it all the wrong way. I can't wait to show you an example of what I do when I'm faced with this situation.
Back into the pit of irrelevancy, which I understand the KSI fans.
You're gonna love this.
You didn't like hearing, but his numbers statistically, his numbers are just not what they used to be. And I said this too. They will go up, and mine will go down, and we will keep going back and forth for the rest of time. But at that particular,
they're like, what I said was true though, like statistically. Because they don't want to be known as a guy who's talking. They want to talk shit. They talk the shit. They hide it under the guise of, it's just a statistic. It's not talking shit. It's a statistic that your views are dog shit.
Also, they're
That's
getting
you
mad
talking
right now
shit.
because Logan tweeted a tweet about his new merch, and then KSI retweeted it.
What
and
a
was like,
loser.
Who would buy from a loser?
Yeah.
That's it.
Here we go.
moment, that's what I said, and it cannot be argued. So he tweeted this, and
There we go.
When is he gonna learn that doing this gives you more views?
we both get views, so it's not like, I don't think that's what he's doing at this time. But it's like counting views has become the YouTube version of measuring your dick. This is a dick measuring
started
contest.
that, Logan.
And I'm saying, like,
You are the inventor of this whole horseshit world that we live in. You're like the patient zero influencer, faggot, fake, shithead guy that made everything about views and nonsense. You, Jake Paul, Amanda Cerny, King Batch, all you Viners, if we never had that app Vine, none of this would be going on. But you early YouTubers and you Viners, you started all this gay fucking shit nonsense. What do you call that when something's like so vain and like You know, it just doesn't mean anything. You know, that's you. You made Hollywood even more empty somehow. Like, you make actual Hollywood empty, vain celebrities look like artists compared to you. Like, it used to be like, Jessica Simpson is so vain and stupid. Hey, at least she has like a real album and a concert and stuff. You guys are just like liars who tricked a bunch of kids in hitting play a bunch of times.
The YouTube version of measuring your dick. This is a dick measuring contest, and I'm saying, like, statistically speaking,
superficial.
Unfortunately, my YouTube dick is still bigger than JJ's.
Well, I mean,
Here we go.
I don't know if I should say it. I'm objective.
is this where we are? Is this where we've ended up? Like, I just joined this hemisphere. Like, are my views higher than his right now?
Ooh, look at this. This is really bad. Big Mike started a show called The Night Shift that Logan Paul basically made everyone watch and subscribe to. And then he got all these porn stars on it who are the top porn stars in the country. So now he gets like 1 million views for his stupid vlogs. And he slips that in there to let you know. But even Logan goes, nah, you're not the same. We gave you this career. And you're acting like you're one of us. You're not one of us.
It up? Like, I just joined this hemisphere. Like, are my views higher than his right now?
Oh. Yes.
Well, what the? I don't.
Oh, that's humble bragging to the highest degree. I mean, are my views higher than what's going on? That's a humble brag. And even Logan's like, ugh.
And they are, because he has like one video with 7 million because of Lana.
Oh, good. People are picking up on this. I'm sick, a guy says about you. You're hurting people worse than being dope shit coming off heroin now. Heroin is a nicer feeling than how you make us feel, Mike. You're making us feel like junkies. You're making us do drugs. How about that? We all lie and say we all turned to drugs because of Hey Big Mike. He glamorized drugs and violence and got us in this life.
Oh my God.
Now
Let's
we're
make
fucked.
a doc.
You know, for somebody who hates his past life and cries because he almost lost his life and the drug companies are so evil, you sure glamorize drugs and violence by your top movie list. Boondock Saints, Snatch, Train Spotting, Fear and Loathing Las Vegas. Those are the best movies. So you're into drugs and crime then. I thought it almost took you and your boys' lives. Which is it? I don't know about you, but I don't watch movies about things that almost killed me that make me cry. You know? I don't have those things, though. Because I'm not a...
You're a whiny little bitch.
This guy is the biggest glamorizer, and I want to assemble a team to fact check his book. I guarantee it's fucking fabricated. It has to be. He is a liar through and through. I'll prove this, Mike. Don't make me fact check that book. I'll put together a team. I'll pay them.
A lot of people in the chat are saying they started doing heroin because of Big Mike, but then stopped because of you.
Because of me. You hear that? I'm saving lives. You're turning them to a life of the streets, a life of crime. You talked about your stories, and then all my fans said, that sounds amazing. Because maybe I'll end up to be the world's best influencer if I have a life of crime to start me off. That's how you got started. So you got us into drugs. We should write that, like a sob stories and show photos of like little kids dying.
Are my views higher than his right now?
Here we go.
Yes.
Well, what the? I don't. Like, who cares, bro?
Okay, so
like
now remember, they're talking about KSI, Logan's adversary. And then Big Mike is going to forget that they're talking about KSI and start directly talking to Mimi. To Mimi. Me.
This is the shit I'm talking about, dude. Like, this is what's been upsetting me for the past few days. Like, why do we have to do this shit?
Why do
bro?
even,
no, I know,
even
I'm
me
not
too?
blaming
No,
you.
me too.
I'm not blaming you or him. I'm just saying, why do we have to do this shit? Why is trolling and like talking shit to people is the lowest common is the lowest like.
I think it's because I made a comment. I made a comment about his music, dude. He takes it very personal when you insult his music.
I would assume he does. He probably puts hundreds of fucking hours into his.
You see how he's trying to be the good guy now? I would assume you're going out of your way to like say positive things.
He's even
while
trying to get Logan to stop shitting on KSI, his nemesis, because he's so nice. Negativity's
now what?
Horrible.
So they're talking about KSI, but Big Mike forgets.
Work.
Maybe-
I think anybody would get upset about that. Why the fuck are we doing? Like, okay, I understand it when you guys are building it for a fight. I understand it when you guys are rolling into a fight. Get the drama cooking. But maybe it's because I'm old. Maybe it's because I'm outdated. I'm a fossil. I'm a prehistoric caveman existing in his own right. But I don't get online beef. I don't get the trolls.
If he didn't get any hate ever, he'd be the one giving hate. He'd be talking shit about everybody. You don't get online trolls? Does it have something to do with the 30,000 boys harassing you about Lana Rhodes?
Well, the reason that he hates hate is because anyone he might hate, he might have to make a sale to one day.
Yeah, there's that too. Let's hear more.
I'm outdated. I'm a fossil. I'm a prehistoric caveman existing in his own right. But I don't get online beef. I don't get the trolls. I don't get these people that build a platform off being mean to other people.
Because it doesn't take much talent. All you have to do is have a camera.
None. It takes no talent.
And an opinion.
Go online, talk shit about the biggest person you could fire a gun at, and you could get a few thousand views.
Oh, you're right. You're straying a little bit.
Oh, sorry.
This is more of a personal thing.
KSI doesn't get a few thousand. So he's supposedly talking about KSI, but then he starts describing me. KSI doesn't aim a gun at the biggest person he can and get a few thousand views. No. He's got like a huge career. And then Logan's like, wait, no, you're talking about like your guy now.
Yeah.
How fucking crazy is that?
Camera.
None. It takes no talent.
And an opinion.
Go online, talk shit about the biggest person you could fire a gun at, and you could get a few thousand.
You think you're the biggest person I could fire a gun at? That's how conceited he is.
Yep.
You think you're like the biggest guy out there? Wouldn't I go after really big people if that was my plan? I have a personal obligation, organic, reason that I'm talking about you. Again, to discredit me and say I'm picking names out of a hat, you wouldn't be the name I pick. This was a tough sell for my audience. Yeah. I had to beg you, they don't watch this fag shit. This was a tough sell. I could have really picked some bigger guys and gotten some bigger fans. There are people who are easy to pick on. I could have pandered like everyone else. If all I cared about was collecting views, I could just start doing that anti-left bullshit like Revenge of the Sis or Steven Crowder. I'd be huge. If I made this show tomorrow, even I could start it tomorrow and go, hi, I'm doing this to use and pander to the right. Hi, this is called the Pander to the Right podcast. I could start that show tomorrow and do all that right-wing shit and be huge. I could have 50,000 members if I did that, even with admitting it. So don't sit here and pretend that I'm taking the easy road by throwing a stone at the biggest celeb. That is some craziness.
You organically came into our lives.
Yes. And I am here to stop you.
On what we see.
Just like if a cop is, driving down the street and he sees some maniac bust open a car window and kill a baby, he's got to intervene.
I mean, you're not even intervening or trying to stop him.
Exactly.
You're just saying what he makes you feel.
All I'm doing is giving my opinion on this moron. And he's making me out to be, Adolf Hitler.
Line, talk shit about the biggest person you could fire a gun at, and you could get a few thousand views.
Oh, you're right. You're straying a little bit.
Oh,
sorry.
This is more of a personal thing. I agree. I love it. I love it. But this is just like this is very like deep rooted KSI versus Logan Paul type shit. And so I'm reading this, and I look.
So very, very funny. Big Mike spaz in the news again.
I love thinking that Big Mike is bringing up stuff like this every 5 minutes
to
in the
Logan.
Maverick house, and Logan's like, dude, I get it.
And again, this could all stop if you give me all that cash.
No.
Just kidding. Make it go away. Give the kid a few 100,000. I'm actually thinking about it. He would do that. I actually could probably get Mike to give me $100,000 to stop making fun of him. And then I would use that $100,000 to make a video about how you did that, you bitch. Fuck. Should have made him sign an N2A. Here's another part. So we're going to switch over, but this makes Big Mike look even worse. Big Mike is obsessed with Barstool Sports' Dave Portnoy. Yes. The pizza man. He's obsessed with him, not because he understands his jokes or likes what he's doing. He thinks Dave is sick because Dave makes money, bro. He does whatever he wants and he gets that bag. That's why he likes him, and he just got into him. I want to show you this. This is...
Did you want to see the tweets first?
Yeah, should we do
That's
that?
That link.
Oh, right here? Which one first? This?
Yeah.
This?
This is only his Twitter.
Okay. This is really sick, and we're going to show you this. Get ready to see something really sick. Oops. Shrunk down the wrong Winder. Hi, I'm Blake Winder. I'm a little kid from Beverly Hills. Jules did a little search this morning, and she searched Dave Portnoy and Mike, Hey Big Mike, on Twitter to see how many times Mike Maljic, Hey Big Mike, has mentioned Stooley president Dave Portnoy page views. April 10th. What a time to be alive. Stooley president is clocked in. Here's another one. I'm not going to read all these, but that's 1, 2. This is like Josh Denny messaging celebs that he doesn't know. Big Mike does not know Dave Portnoy, but he's tweeted to him 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. These are all to Dave Portnoy?
Yep.
Or replying to Dave Portnoy. Look at all this. It just keeps going. So he's...
And you can find millions more cases on Instagram, but I don't know how to search those.
So he is obsessed with Dave Portnoy. Dave Portnoy does not know who he is, but Big Mike even here, look, he mailed Dave Portnoy during an unboxing a night shift hoodie. Here's what happened.
Clocked in sweatshirt. We're working late. The night shift. That's what we're doing tonight. You know, I don't want to put on another sweatshirt, but this is a good sweatshirt for tonight.
Wow.
The hoodie, I'll die. But that's a good sweatshirt because we are working the late shift tonight. All right? These are gone.
Okay, so look at that. So he's sending Dave Portnoy sweatshirts.
Proof that he doesn't know him also, because then
Of
Dave
course,
would be
yeah.
like,
Dave,
the night shift, Mike.
He doesn't know him, but Big Mike's been trying to get on his good side, just like he did to Logan. And guess who understands this and sees it? Logan! So, when Logan found out Mike did this without asking Logan. Okay, check this out. So Mike's been butt-kissing Dave Portnoy for months, sending him all these tweets, sending him merch, hoping to become best friends with him. And Logan is sitting there watching this going, wait a minute. This is exactly what he did to me when we became friends. And now Logan is starting to hear his brother Jake going, dude, he's a clout chaser. He's just trying to use you. And Logan has watched Big Mike do this with FaZe Banks and now to Dave Portnoy. When Big Mike showed Logan this video, you know, Big Mike forgot. And he's like, dude, I was shown on Dave Portnoy's unboxing. And Logan goes, holy shit, that's awesome. And he goes, yeah, I sent him it. And then he goes, wait, you sent him that? And Logan got mad. Remember that?
I think
he was
we
like,
played that on the show.
Yeah, he's like, wait, you sent him that? That's like beneath us. Like
That's for losers.
That's for losers to do.
Send-em-ins.
So, we're going to show you something that's really hilarious. Now that you know Big Mike's obsession with Dave Portnoy, a man who doesn't know he exists. It's hurting him and Logan's friendship. If you ever want to, we got to keep putting that in Logan's ear. Big Mike, he wants to leave you for Dave Portnoy. You know it's true. You see the signs. So, some of you know that Logan Paul has another roommate. Big Mike lives in one room, and in an even smaller room lives an even smaller man. And I'm not kidding. I hate saying this out loud, but it's a dwarf named Evan who goes by the name Dwarf Mamba. This is the most exhausting, full of shit midget you've ever fucking seen. The guy's always crying. Like, pull up that episode of Impaulsive with Evan crying, because I think they just do it right at the beginning. Logan Paul bought himself a midget back when he started YouTube. Logan Paul goes, how could I get more views and make it look like I've got like more of a jackass style lifestyle? I know, I'll buy a midget. And he literally, just like he buys those exotic birds, went out and befriended a midget and gave him everything just so that Logan could have a midget in his videos. Now, Logan pretends he's best friends with this midget. Don't get it twisted. Logan, this is actually really shameful. You went out and picked out that midget. You picked him out like you were buying a dog. I'm starting a YouTube channel. I want to have a dog and a parrot and a midget. You decorated your life and picked out an entourage that put the... That's fucking twisted, actually. Here he is. This is Evan the midget.
Where's the value in the purpose behind the video games? And like... Not
quite honestly, Spencer, I don't know what the fuck to do with my life, dude.
So Evan lives at their house and he's a depressed, angry midget, and all he does is play video games. And the house had to bring him on the show to have an intervention with him. I'm not kidding. So here they are talking to the midget. Now you could. This is a perfect clip to show you how unstable this midget is.
Where's the value in the purpose behind the video games? And like. Not
quite honestly, Spencer, I don't know what the fuck to do with my life, dude. I'm lost as fuck. And when I go, I just have to take
Yeah, you're good, bro.
I just have to.
He has a mental... Look at Logan. Yikes, my midget. Uh-oh. Well, what did you think happened? Yeah, you know what? The bearded lady is upset, too. And so is the fire breather guy. They're all going bonkers, quarantine kept with you. You built a circus. Now you live with clowns. So that's Evan, but here's why I'm showing you all this. This is so funny. Evan recently, are these in here?
I texted them to you earlier today, but they got buried. Hold on.
I'll find them. Evan is mad at Barstool Sports and started a whole fucking scene because Barstool posted a midget meme. And Evan is going after Dave Portnoy. And now Mike is torn between sticking up for his midget roommate or Dave Portnoy. Here we go. Look at this.
Wait, there's one before that.
Oh, okay.
Oh, maybe they... no.
Thank you,
go
everyone.
from the bottom up.
Oh, okay.
Sorry, it's sent in the wrong
Started
order.
from the bottom, now I'm up. Right here. Okay, look at this. Here's Dwarf Mamba, Evan, the crybaby midget that lives with Logan.
This is why I will never support Barstool Sports. Y'all really think this is funny? Fuck Barstool. No respect for little people and always making fun of them. Terrible company. Treats people terrible. Stooley President Dave Portnoy, you're a joke, my friend. A real piece of shit.
And it's all because they posted a meme that says, answer the internet. Would you rather have sex with 2 midgets or 2 7-foot-tall girls? Now, Evan saw this and went ballistic. Why? Is he insulted? No. He's a mentally ill midget that's depressed, so he's picking things to blame his depression on. This is what people do. And guess who's bought into it? The Logan Paul household. But guess who's a little conflicted? Big Mike. Big Mike's midget roommate has launched a campaign to get Barstool shut down. Meanwhile, Mike's launched a campaign to get that bag and be seen on Dave's unboxing. Uh-oh, what do I do? This is the stuff TV shows are made out of.
Oh, it's great.
So let me show you, was there one more?
And then the last one is just showing that he reported their post.
Thank you, everyone who reported their post. This was just an example.
And they took it down, right?
Well, it was removed by Instagram,
removed. Yeah.
This was just an example of how us little people are treated in society.
All right, now we're going to go to Impaulsive where they bring this up. And Big Mike, awkward city. And by the way, we need to let Dave Portnoy know that Big Mike started the midget campaign and got his post taken down. Portnoy will not let... Wait, the guy sent the night shift hoodie? He's got a campaign against me, against midgets? Oh, what the fuck? It's war. That was a good Portnoy.
I was impressed.
It's war. He's a Jewish old woman from
And
Long.
you're really going to start to hate this Mac fellow during this
okay,
part.
25 minutes. Here we are. Wait, 25, right?
Yep.
I'm blue, double D, baldo blue. This is what you say when you're waiting for something. I'm blue, I am blue, I am blue. Here we go.
What are we doing?
I don't know today. I mean,
Mac is saying it. Mac's saying it. He gave me the code word.
There was a major issue that happened today. And
we doing this?
Yeah, I really wish I could.
Oh, so this was like discussed, but Big Mike during the discussion. So they have their morning meeting about what they're going to say on the show because they're too afraid to just wing it. So they make everything up, everything's scripted. You can see Mike reading from his computer. They don't have talent. They plan everything. It's all scripted. So they have this meeting, and he goes, I want to bring up the Barstool Sports thing with Evan. And Mike's like, I don't know, like, we got a lot of other news today. They'll probably bog down the show. And he's like, well, it's really important. Oh, well, we'll see. Let's just see. And Logan's like, let's just see how the show goes. All right? All right. And Big Mike doesn't want him to bring it up. So then he decides, okay, I'm going to bring it up. And Big Mike goes, oh, shit, we're doing this? We're doing it? You want to hear that again?
Mac is saying it. Mac's saying he gave me the code word.
There was a major issue that happened today. And
we doing this?
Yeah, I really wish I could have talked more to our leader about this, but Barstool Sports posted something that was
Big Mike's like, there's a fly here. You know what? I'm going to I think I have to go do an errand. Is that how it's pronounced? Look at Big Mike when he brings up Barstool Sports. Mike has been trying to get in with Dave Portnoy for a year.
Leader about this, but Barstool Sports posted something that was so atrocious and just disrespectful and completely inconsiderate of a great group of people.
A great group of people. They're animals!
And they just use some slanderous terms. Our good friend Evan is a dwarf. He's
a dwarf, which is
you guys all know Evan, Dwarf Mamba.
Yeah.
Way crazier word than midget.
I mean, in 5 more years, isn't dwarf going to be a slur?
So here's the thing. It's like, first of all, so you're a woke SJW show now that, like, somebody can't say midget? You really can't. If you're a little person, don't be so small-minded. Just let people say midget. Who the fuck cares? Meanwhile, you're shooting yourselves out of cannons for Logan Paul. What's more degrading? Dressing up like a little elf and being thrown out of a plane? Or jumping out of a cake? I mean, the stuff he's done with Logan is every degrading midget shit you could think of. And literally, Logan bought you like you would buy a caged dog. He did! He goes, why don't you come and live with me, little guy? All you got to do is be in all my videos. Oh, my God, you're so nice to midgets. No, I just need a prop. That's what you are. Now, yes, has he grown to love you? Of course. Of course. But you are a bought prop. He knows it's partly true. You do all the midget shit that he asks you to do. Like every video, even they make videos to this day where it's like the joke is Evan's a midget in the end of the joke. Now that's degrading, but you do degrading things when it's for views, clicks, and money. But then Barstool makes a joke saying midget that's not even mean. And now you're doing a campaign to have them canceled and the whole house is shook. Do you see what's happening here?
And just disrespectful and completely inconsiderate of a great group of people. And they just use some slanderous terms. Our good friend.
Why are they greater than any other group? Because they're midgets? I hate when they do this. Midgets are great. Mental illness people are great. Trans people are great. They're no greater than any of us. If they're equal, they're just the same. You wouldn't say like white people, jocks are great. White jocks are really great, a great group of people. But midgets are a great group of people. Why? So you could show people that you care about midgets?
Evan is a dwarf. You
guys all know Evan, Dwarf Mamba.
Yeah,
he's a dwarf.
He is the fucking best.
Dwarf?
And they use the M word, and he was
the M word. And they use the M word.
I love saying
this is literally, and I want to make something perfectly
I'm saying
clear.
The M word.
I want to make something perfectly clear. The dwarfs, the little people, the midgets, they were never offended by the word. They suffer from great anger issues. We are all familiar with, this guy's short. He has a Napoleon complex. Midgets have Napoleon complex times 50. They're angry at the whole world. Sure, why wouldn't they be? So they sit around, they're depressed, they do nothing, and they're lazy, and they wait for someone to call them a midget so they could go, this is why. This is why I couldn't get up and go to work. This is why I smoke weed. This is why I haven't met any of my goals. It's an excuse.
I mean, are you allowed to make fun of a guy who's 5'1"?
Exactly. But
What
I understand.
inch
Listen,
is
it sucks to
does it
be a
become the
midget.
M
It sucks
word?
to be a midget. But you know what? The word isn't hurtful. Fuck you. And if it is, you need to deal with it. If you could deal with living as half the fucking man, you know how hard that is? You know how many step stools that is? If you could endure that, you could endure one person a decade calling you a midget. It's not that hurtful. You weren't enslaved for many years.
Comparing it to the
You need to
M-
shut up.
comparing
And guess what? Even if it does hurt, I don't give a fuck.
Comparing it to the N-word is kind of Josh Denny.
Yes. So let's see what happens here and watch Big Mike squirm.
He felt offended, and it sucks. I every time he gets offended like this, I internalize it.
Wow.
I try to do my best to, understand what he's going through, and I ask questions on how I can be there to support, and whenever he needs help, I just want to do my best to.
How about live your own life and stop being a virtue signaling kiss ass pussy? Like, this guy must have done something so bad back in the day where he probably raped someone. Allegedly.
He has a guilt vibe.
Because every time you're on the mic, you need to prove how good you are. For who? Does somebody think you're bad?
Assist. But this is just wrong. What were they thinking?
The context here is Barstool Sports.
Look at Big Mike.
posted
Big Mike's like, he won't chime in.
Oh yeah, I keep forgetting this isn't even about the midget thing.
No.
It's about Mike's.
This is about Big
nervous
Mike.
Reaction.
He knows if Dave Portnoy found out that they're the ones who launched this campaign, because it took off. Evan's a popular midget.
He's verified.
And Logan is helping him and all these people. And probably Logan loves this because he hates that Mike wants to leave him for Portnoy.
This answer the internet, and it says, would you rather have sex with 2 M words or 2 7-foot-tall girls? The reason I say M words, if you watched Evan's episode, that is a derogatory term. Apparently, in the Dwarf the Little People world, it's the equivalent of saying the N word. But I'm quoting Evan.
Now watch this. Mike is gonna try to defend Dave Portnoy. It's like the sloppiest job. Watch this. So he's like, apparently in their world, saying midget is like saying the N word. And Mike's like, actually, Dave Portnoy would never say that. Watch this.
Or if the Little People world, it's the equivalent of saying the N word. But I'm quoting Evan.
Look at
I'm
Mike.
quoting Evan.
I think the most important word that you said there, and listen, I had Evan's back from the beginning on this one. I told him, hey, this is horrible that this happened. But you said a word in that sentence, apparently. You said apparently that word is like the N word to dwarves. And why that's important is I told Evan today that although us in this house intimately understand the importance and impact of that word, the great majority of people outside this house have no idea that it's a bad word, which makes the situation extremely, extremely tricky. Does Evan have the right to be extreme?
Why is it tricky? By the way, he's sticking up for Portnoy, but why is it tricky? How about you're allowed to feel bad for 3 seconds once a year? What the fuck, man? I get called every name in the book. But because I'm not marginalized, I can't cry about it for 3 days. Everyone would hate me. We really need to stop this. Interrupt people when they do this now. Grow some balls, people. If you see this, just go, shut up. This is fucked. Who cares if you lose a friend? Stand up for reality, folks.
Extremely pissed off? Absolutely. Does he have the right to throw a fit about it? Absolutely.
No.
But he also said that to me, that he felt, I'm trying to be a little careful here, but he feels the same pain from that word as he feels that the N word brings up. And all I wanted to do was remind him that there was
he'd feel pain, whatever name. If they said that guy Evan is a piece of shit, it's the same pain. You're just using this one because can't say that, can't say midget, but I could call you a piece of shit, right? What if I said your hair sucks? What if I said, Evan is not funny? Evan's a liar. Those things all hurt equally to the midget thing. But you're allowed to use the midget thing. And that's why they do it, folks.
The 80, 100-year revolution around making that word not okay to say.
Watch this cope for
People
Portnoy.
sat in the back of buses. They said, I won't sit in the back of the bus. People died as a result of trying to make that word not okay to say. And so where this word is different is that revolution hasn't happened. Evan is.
Do you know why?
Evan
do you know
is
why? They are an extremely.
Okay, well, maybe they should stop trying out to be Oompa Loompas then. You want some respect? You can't keep playing elves.
Listen to the story Logan's about to tell.
Yeah. So they want to be elves. They want to be crazy critters in all of our movies. And then we're like, hey, look at this crazy guy. They're like, how am I crazy? Well, you resemble a natural elf. I mean, you are a weird Oompa. I mean, look at you.
Extremely marginalized group.
Oh, yeah.
I talk to Evan about this all the time. The only reason why there isn't a massive uprising is because the statistics, there are not enough little people to feel like they have a voice as a collective. And it's unfortunate. And I talked to Evan about this about Evan. I cannot talk today. I'm going to go home. No, I'm home.
You are home.
Fuck.
I love that part.
I wish I could quit my job.
Why don't you slow it down a notch?
I know. All right. But Evan posted this.
Why don't you slow it down a notch? Now, why did Logan oblige? Because it was a note that they all discussed. Here's another thing that I've discovered. Big Mike wants their show to be more like Rogan.
He's mentioned this many times.
So Big Mike is also obsessed with the super genius Joe Rogan. And Big Mike has brought up their meetings. We should be more like Rogan, where it's more conversational, slowed down, longer episodes, deeper discussions. So that's why when Logan was speeding, he goes, slow down 2 notches. Now, if he said that without this discussion about how the show should be more like Rogan, Logan would go, what? What? You don't talk to me like that. But because it was discussed, Logan goes, oh, yes, that's right. Our plan to be more like Rogan. This will be proven later on in the future throughout your lives.
Article from independent.co.uk. It says laughing at dwarfism is the last acceptable prejudice, which is exactly what I'm saying.
No,
it's the very last acceptable thing that no one speaks up on. But don't seek my approval for your intolerance. Then it says, if you need to ask me whether it's okay to tell a joke about my stature.
Every dwarf I've known personally has been a liar, a cheater, a cover-upper, and maybe a Me Tooer. Every dwarf I've known has been on the bad side of town. I mean, think about all the dwarves you've met throughout your life. They've only shown you corruption.
I only know the switcheroo, man.
Yeah, Brad Williams is who I'm talking about. I have a personal involvement with a dwarf, and he has turned out to be one of the world's biggest liars.
And
do you think it's the last accept? Like this is the thing. I'm like I said, I'll state it again. I'm with Evan. I love the kid,
but Dave Portnoy.
But I believe that using misguided and inappropriate terminology to describe marginalized groups is a massive fucking issue. Marginalized groups across the world, whatever they are, whether it's dwarves or any other marginalized group, continue to struggle with the nomenclature of their of how they're described.
Right.
And so this is just it's a tricky situation. I think Evan is being extremely brave, standing up.
I agree.
I think, it's going to take him. It's going to take Peter Dinklage. It's going to take the people that
Wow. Who else would it take? Who else is a midget? Or are they all dead, the ones you know from movies? It's going to take Peter Dinklage. Who's another famous? How about
Man
what
from
about
Jackass?
Yeah, Wee Man? Will he come out? You're all the same, by the way.
platforms and voices to stand up and talk about this. But
it'll happen.
And other people, though. I mean, this is what I hope people start to realize, especially even from this moment right here, that you have to watch what you say when you're talking about people.
Words
because
hurt.
Words hurt. And
they do.
Some people take things differently
Words
than others.
hurt.
And what might not offend.
Do you hear what we're hearing right now? I mean, is this the most bizarre twist?
The world
Did you
has
ever think in your
changed.
lifetime that a couple of dudes would be sitting around going, words hurt. Words hurt. Facts. We're the cool guys. The cool guys think words hurt. Did you ever think? I mean, when I was in school, if someone said words hurt, we would make them actually hurt. I mean, that would be the queerest thing you could say. You know who said that? A gay-ass music teacher. I cannot believe that because these people want mainstream success, and that's really what it is. It's the peer pressure of being liked by everyone that has turned everyone into thinking, we hate anything that's possibly a bad word. It's the biggest shame since Martin Sheen.
some person is certainly going to affect someone else. And you just be more careful when you speak. If there is any sort of information on the internet of a word that might or that is derogatory towards a group of people, avoid it.
Being able to put yourself in someone else's shoes.
If there's any sort of information on the internet about a word that is derogatory to a group of people, avoid it.
All because they don't want to be disliked by people.
Though is hard.
Yes.
It's to become like a master at that and like truly understand. 90% of people just don't give a fuck.
Well, not even that.
They want to laugh. Mm-hmm. They want a good laugh at someone else's expense.
Yeah,
and
that's
it's so funny until the finger's pointed at you.
100%.
That's
what happened to you.
It's so funny until the finger's pointed at you. So these guys made fun of everyone, and then the finger's pointed at them. They were too much of bitches to deal with it. So now they hate bullying. And speak for yourself, bro, because it happens to me every day. And me making fun of you is still fucking funny!
Tony motherfucking Hinge.
Wrong button, but you get my point. So don't try to, and they try to bully out other negative guys. Oh yeah, I know you think it's fun and games, but when it happens to you, no, I'm here to tell you, let it happen to you. Don't let that bully you out of being yourself. Let people make fun of you. Don't have a giant ego and become a bitch and let your feelings get hurt. Let it happen and continue to make fun of people if it brings you much joy.
Would laugh at someone else's expense, and
that's
it's so funny until the finger's pointed at you.
100%.
I've been there. It's part of the reason why I feel, anyways, like I'm able to see clearly like the landscape of what I say, who it's affecting, and how it's affecting them. And sometimes this is like a separate note. I'll intentionally attempt to affect someone a certain way, but most of the time I'm not trying to hurt people with my words.
Oh yeah.
And he got really upset about.
I do the same thing, but I don't hurt people like they do. I'm not trying to, at least, so I'm good. Yeah, Sam, like when I talk shit about people, I'm not trying to hurt them. So just because I'm trying to physically
like that, and I think Evan's going to be a hopefully a very strong voice for this community. I know he has the potential to, because like you said, there's not many little people who have been vocal about their circumstance.
And I've actually seen, unfortunately, and I'm sure Evan hates this, but I've seen a lot of dwarves who are on the other side of the spectrum, and I'm like, what should I call you? And they say, call me Midge.
That's the worst part.
You know what I'm saying?
That happened at Coachella.
Right.
And someone was screaming it. I was with Evan. Someone was screaming it. And Evan's like, yo, they're saying it. They're saying it. I'm like,
this is horrible. So Logan Paul comes to midget's defenses. I never knew about this. They were at Coachella. He brought his midget because that makes a scene, right? Evan, I bought you your own ticket to Coachella. Whoa, you like me that much? No, I need an accessory. I'm telling you, Evan, if you hear this, I like you. Don't let that word midget affect your mind. What Logan has done to you, and you know this to be true, the way they parade you around like a prop, that is 10 billion times worse than a surface level word. You know this, Evan. Wait a minute. Yes, I do know. Fuck you, Logan. You could convince a midget like that.
Someone was screaming it. I was with Evan. Someone was screaming it.
Listen.
And Evan's like, yo, they're saying it. They're saying it. I'm like, so I'm ready to rip someone's fucking head off.
Yeah.
So they were at Coachella and someone's going, Midge. And he's like, who the fuck's saying Midge? I'll kill you.
Go up. I'm like, yo, just so you know, that shit isn't cool. That really affects and hurts some people. And he goes, what are you doing? I'm like, the word that you just said. Like, do you see my friend? It's not acceptable. And he goes, what do you mean? This is Midge.
It's my homie.
And his friend, who is a little person, comes out, who they address as Midge.
Comes out.
And so I looked at Evan, and now I'm mind fucked.
Okay, so this proves that Evan is even more of a pussy than he needs to be. I mean, basically what you're saying is there was another little person there, and his nickname is Midge. You were about to beat up a guy for calling him. So maybe Evan's just a sensitive fag? You ever think about that? Just because he's a little person doesn't mean that he can't be a bitch-made little person.
Every single other midget is totally fine with it.
Yeah.
I mean, M-word, sorry.
And so I looked at Evan, and now I'm mind fucked. Because it's like it isn't quite yet a universally accepted thing in the marginalized group itself. they're divided too, which makes their mission, their objective that much harder.
Yeah. You have to cater only to one side.
Absolutely.
And that's the side that is offended by it. If there are people
Oh
that
my God, this is bad. So Big Mike goes, you know what? Listen, you have to always cater to the side that's offended. And this is what people are doing in droves. So if someone's offended by something, it doesn't matter what the reason was. It doesn't matter if they're wrong. They have to win because they're the offended one. That's how it goes, too. Because whenever I do this shit to people, people say way worse stuff to me. And it's like, but shouldn't now I be offended? Don't we cancel each other out? They're like, nope. Whoever was offended first wins.
And
that's
since
crazy
when
to say.
Does Big Mike even think this way?
Since
I feel
he
like
started
6
getting
months ago,
bullied.
he was the guy being like, people shouldn't be so sensitive.
Yeah, you were like part of the alt-right.
Like, why don't
6
you
months
say this to Tim Dillon
Yeah.
next time he's on the show?
Say this to Tim Dillon. No, Tim, we're like crazy like you.
only to one side.
Absolutely.
And that's the side that is offended by it. If there are people that aren't offended by it, that's fine. Let them be. Let them do their thing. But the biggest point I tried to make to Evan today, and he wasn't having it, and I'll talk to him about it. We'll figure it out. Is just that this, unfortunately, like I said, is a
so you literally had a big argument with Evan because you didn't want him to go after Portney.
Yep.
So you concocted this whole reason, and now Evan's mad at you. Evan, he's doing this because he wants to be Portney's bitch boy. You see what's happening, Evan? Come live with me, little one. Come on, hop on my leg, little boy.
That's what Alex Jones said to him.
Oh, yes. Pull up when, oh my God, yes. When Alex Jones, here you go. Impulsive escape. Oh, yeah, Alex Jones, your hero was on it. Oh, then I'm all ears. Pull up the clip when Alex Jones met their midget Evan. He goes, come on my knee, sonny boy. Come up here. Ah. And no one minded then. No one called out Alex Jones for being degrading. He had a toothpick. He's like, ooh, what is that, Logan? Ooh. How much? And Logan's like, he's not for sale. He's like, everything has a price. And he was fixated.
Fuck, what could I search to find that specific moment?
Oh, just give me the tape. I know where it is.
Okay.
Send it over. So Alex Jones was on the show. You'll see this. And he was like, it was like when the guy saw the Mogwai at the beginning of the Gremlins. How much? This would be a perfect gift for my son. Not for sale. Ah, surely everything has a price. Not for sale. You're not ready. And then he ends up getting him. This is like Alex Jones with a midget. You're going to love this fucking clip. And then I think I'm going to close this up. Okay?
Situation where most people are.
I'm going to close this one. Let's just see Alex Jones with the fucking midget. Losing our friend. Losing our friend. That's what
I swear I will not. I waive all stuff. It's mutually agreed contract. Do it for the families.
I want to
here. The
listen.
families on back.
Oh, look at that. Logan and Alex
Wow,
Jones.
Logan looks young.
Where would the midget part
I know,
be?
I can't.
Wait a minute. Fuck. Oh, just search Evan. Did you see Evan? Search Evan. Transcript for Evan. Knee, the word knee. Come over here.
1:35, like 1 minute and 35 seconds.
Oh,
they
1
say,
minute and
Evan,
35
but
seconds.
Knee doesn't come up.
Okay, well, let's see what happens. It's all good.
Holy
This is gonna be good.
I like it. Very good vibe here.
Alex Jones.
Very nice.
Is that what you expected? What did you expect coming in here?
I don't know what to expect. I mean, I just know that you guys are super popular. Been hearing about you for years, and I've seen how they try to
You're gonna
restrict
love
your
this.
free speech, which is a bunch of bull, and try to misrepresent what you do. And so it's just good to be here and actually see the real McCoy.
Yeah, man,
we go.
it's happening.
And you got that badass big man over there.
Yes, here we go.
Oh,
This
that's
is it. Yeah, you motherfucker. We're watching it.
Sorry, I'm stupid.
And you got that badass big boy over there. So Alex Jones. And this is similar to Logan. There are people out there who get excited by midgetitis. And this is degrading. Logan Paul is the exact same with Evan. He can't stop wrestling him, playing with him like a puppy. I'm not kidding. Like, go watch Logan's old videos with Evan. He really
he gets
plays with
picked
him.
up
Yes.
once per minute.
It's no different than a man's love with his dog or a monkey. Alex Jones has that same obsession, and that's why he wants to buy the midget. Watch. This is foolproof.
Actually see the real McCoy.
Yeah, man, it's happening.
And you got that badass big man over there.
Evan, let's go.
Come right over here and see me. Go on. I'm gonna go grab him and bring him over here. Here's my big man.
Come over here and see me. So Evan's laying on the beanbag chairs. And Evan's like, I don't want to get anywhere near you, Alex Jones. He's like, come and see me. Come here, little guy. Let me put you on my knee. And they're all dying laughing. This is a human being. You're treating him like a baby monkey.
And you got that badass big man over there.
Evan, let's go.
Come right over here and see me. Go on.
Come see me.
I'm going to go grab him and bring him over here. Here's my big man.
Do you hear how he says it, though? I'm obsessed with this. Come over here and see me. He gets lost in his own little kid excitement. This is out of character for Alex Jones. Alex Jones doesn't end his sentences all cute like that. Come over here and see me. I want to play with you. It's like he's overwhelmed with the cuteness of the midget. This is just like when Logan Paul adopted Evan.
Come right over here and see me. Go on. I'm going to go grab him and bring him over here. Here's my big man.
Evan's tough, bro.
Yeah.
Evan's
I
tough.
believe he'll punch me right in the...
He might.
Right in the dick.
What you got in the cup, Alex?
I've got some of this water you gave me.
There's another part. Maybe we have show notes for it. Go into things.
I know, but I don't have that on my computer anymore.
My computer. I could find it. I gotta find you the other part. Let me go into things. My computer. My bookie. The next part of the show is brought to you by my bookie. Ah, yes. Okay, let me do a little search. It's really worth it. We've got to have it in our show notes. How do you work this dang program? Here you go. Alex Jones. Let's see what comes up. Alex Jones child porn. Continue search. Let's see what I got for Alex Jones. Alex Jones child porn. Laura Loomer flipping out on Alex Jones. Laura Loomer goes crazy on Alex Jones. Owen Benjamin, Alex Jones. Alex Jones and Sandy Hook. Rogan and Alex Jones. Joe Rogan and Alex Jones. JRE, Alex Jones. Alex Jones. Count Liz, Alex Jones. YouTube, Alex Jones. Philip DeFranco, Count Alex Jones. Hold on, there's more. Alex Jones responds. Alex Jones, Young's Turks. Alex Jones attacks Owen Benjamin. Alex Jones on Impulsive. Logan and the Midget, that's at the beginning. Yes, 2:11:47. The note is, where's the big man? 2:11:47. I love that we have these notes. We could probably sell our library. Fool's time codes from the last century. We should make a book of fool's time codes. 2:11:47. Here's the next mention of the midget. 2:11:47. Wow, it's right at the end here.
They're calling you the code breaker.
Wow. All right, let's just start here. It looks like it's right at the end here.
Wait,
yeah.
that's 2:11:18.
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
2:11:47, but it's gonna
got it.
pop right up.
Let's do audio only.
We'll do 10 and we'll leave.
Cheers.
Yeah. I want to come hang out. I want you guys to come to
whenever
Austin.
you fucking want.
kick
No,
it more
Austin
often.
better.
I'll fly you guys in.
What's the best barbecue in Austin again? They got two, three
They
places.
got a lot of good places. Anything from Elgin.
He don't know.
Places outside Austin are good, like Elgin, stuff like that.
Listen.
Hey, call them and let them know we'll be there.
Call them.
Oh, I'm sick.
Did everyone's thing just cut out?
Wait a minute. Okay, no, we're good. Here comes.
I'm fucking down.
Brad, can you still hear us?
Audio.
Whatever you do, don't visit Infowars.
Can you still hear us?
Wow.
I can't hear anything. Yo, let's go to the audio only.
Hey, Logan, seriously, I'm gonna come back out and see you. Take you out to dinner.
All right.
Or come to Austin.
I'm done. I'm done. I'm
Austin
very done.
better, yeah.
Yo, Alex Jones, thank you for coming on Impulsive.
Me and Logan agree to get married.
You might be gay, man, which is
I
dope.
think I am, right?
Which is fine.
Where's the big man?
Only when the liquor's flowing.
Look at this. The show's over. It's time for everyone to
He's
go
drunk
home.
as fuck. Look at his hair.
You gotta see this. I'm glad I got my Zoom. The show's over. And everyone's like, okay, the show's over. But Alex Jones has something on his mind. Wait a minute, though. Where's the little guy? I didn't get my turn with him. It's like when you go to a friend where they want to play with the doggy. Where's the dog? Where's the dog? Wait a minute. Where's the little guy? You got to see how this unfolds. It's really wild. Wait a minute. Where's the little guy?
Which is
I
dope.
think I am right.
Which is fine.
Where's the big man?
Only when the liquor's flowing.
Evan.
Yeah, I think he left. You can find Alex Jones on social media nowhere.
See how mad he gets when he goes,
see that
I think he
reaction?
left. Watch this. Here.
His eyes are like,
Yeah, I think he left.
I think he left. And Alex is like, fuck. You kidding me? Where does he live? I came all the way out here. I want that little man.
They're saying to go
You can find Alex Jones on
I think there's one more part.
social media nowhere. Thank you for watching Impulsive, the number one podcast.
Well, let's
in the
finish
world.
up. Seriously,
No, we don't-
Infowars.com, Newswars.com, PrisonPlanet.com. Paul Watson's done his own thing now. It's
Wait, what time code are they saying?
They said go to 3634.
3634. I feel like I've heard that one before. 3634. Time code king. All right, a little bit. Here we go.
Right now.
just bring over the big man.
No, hold on.
He left.
Well, here's why this is interesting.
Wait, even Big Mike is like, he left, dude. Stop. It's like a guy just keeps, wanting to play with the girl or something. Where is he? He left, man. It's over. You're not going to touch him.
Just bring over the big man.
No, hold on.
He left.
Well, here's why this is interesting.
He smelled like.
Because like,
And
yo,
look at how
Gotcha.
I've never seen someone that stoned.
Your energy is crazy. It's awesome. It's awesome. And I'm
Okay. He's obsessed with that kid.
And look at the
Logan's
way
like, he's
that-
trying to take my midget.
he stares at Spencer to see if he reacts.
Yeah.
Like he goes, "Word, bring over the big man."
It's a weird, again, it's almost like one of Alex Jones' like guilty pleasures, like a midget. And he it's almost like Alex Jones forgot this is his number one love. Little midgets to play with.
Like he's having
Like
a
if I see a
flashback
mi-
of his childhood where
Yes.
he had like a wonderful
Yes.
time with a midget.
When I see a midget, I literally do this. I can't even look. And I walk the other way. Like, to me, it's a deformity.
Wow.
To Alex Jones, like, to think of touching a midget, to me, oh, no! Ooh, I'd be washing my hands. I'd take one of those showers where they spray you. They're wearing a hazmat suit. They spray you down with a powder. Woo! So, okay, how fun was that, man? And you didn't say anything to Alex Jones when he degraded your toy for 4 hours.
Yeah.
Okay? I leave him alone.
And now you're trying to get Dave Portnoy taken off air.
Yeah, I want Dave Portnoy to find out about this.